dice here, and they can roll online dice there, or they can roll physical dice with the camera. It don't hurt my feelings, but we'll figure that part out later. But I'm thinking, as in rule books, I imagine that I'd probably have to get, for the feats, I'd have to get Xanthar's and Tasha's, because those two have the feats that the regular player's handbook doesn't, because I know D&D Beyond gives you like a basic player's handbook for free, like when you make a character.
It gives you some part of the SRD, yes. And whether it's actually the full player's handbook or whether it's just all the basic rules, that stuff that, the basic rule book stuff that Wizards of the Coast publishes for free. I think that's how it actually comes for free with Roll20 and with D&D Beyond. Now, getting back to your question, if you're looking for things that are aimed at characters, then Xanathar's, Tasha's Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, and then some of the quasi-adventure source books. And what I mean by that is,
Explorer's Guide to Wildmont.
That will give you some exotic stuff, but what I'm thinking of is things like Eberron, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, the Mythic Odysseys of Theros,
Sword Coast.
Right, yeah. Sword Coast. So what I'm thinking is, so instead of having to buy all those books, what I'm thinking of doing now, I'll probably pick one or two of them up. No, Xanthar's and Tasha's, because I need a copy of Tasha's anyways. But I've got physical books for all the other ones. Like I've got Explorer's Guide to Wildmont, I've got Dragon Heist, the physical book, I've got Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and I've got all those physical. But as for digital, I'm thinking, because of, like I said, the people that are playing, I think one of my buddy has a bunch of the books, but my other friend doesn't. So it's just, I know if I share a campaign, they'll get most of the books that I've got. So I'm thinking I just have to figure it out.
The important thing with, and here's where I've come down. I've done kind of a 180 over the last year and a half between my preference of D&D Beyond and Roll20, and I'll tell you why. It's because of my Sunday game. And what I learned the hard way after when I signed up for D&D Beyond, at the time I signed up for D&D Beyond, I got the bundle, which is everything that had been published up to that point, and then every time they publish a new resource, you get a discount on the digital version of that. So that was kind of the cheap way, or the cheapest way, to build a library of stuff. And I thought, this is great, because now I have all of the stuff, and if I need to look anything up, it's in there. Well, then when the Sunday game evolved into the game I knew it was going to become, but I wasn't really sure of the ramifications of that, I had to start creating a bunch of custom monsters that did not exist in any source book. You cannot very easily create custom monsters. Oh, they're supposed to be a homebrew thing, but if you've ever actually tried to build a homebrew thing in D&D Beyond, you get everything built in, and then it oftentimes will come up and go, you can't do that because it's too close to something that already exists. And it's like, what? I can't even save that locally? No, you can't even save that locally. So it's a real pain in the tuchus for that. Whereas in Roll20, because Roll20 is system agnostic to a standpoint, it's designed to support D20 system, Fate system, Call of Cthulhu, all the versions of D&D, Pathfinder, everything. So you can go in and custom tweak any kind of attack or any kind of feature or anything like that that you want on a character sheet, which is what I need to be able to do for the monsters that my players fight in the Sunday game. And so that has taught me, if you're going to invest in one of those platforms or the other, I would have gone back to the beginning and I would have just not invested hardly anything in D&D Beyond, and I would have invested it all in Roll20, because that gives me the customization I need. D&D Beyond is slick. D&D Beyond looks cool, but until they get to the point where it actually lets you go in and fiddle and tinker and customize to your heart's content, it will be not as useful as it could be for DMs like me who like to homebrew stuff.
It should be a sandbox tool, but it's not.
Correct. Well, yeah. Now, see, for me, it should be a sandbox tool. For them, it's like, well, that's not the reason we made it. We made it so that we could make more money. And of course, I understand that. So, all right. Enough about this. I know we have people tuning in. Viewers, thank you so much for joining us tonight and listening to my complaining about one various digital platform over another. We are here tonight to play a game of D&D. And the game we're going to play is the Sword Coast Chronicles, and we are all the way at session 26. A session that I like to call There's a Whole Lot of Shaking Going On. And the reason I call it that is that at the end of the session last week, an earthquake started. Okay, everybody do the shimmy from the original Star Trek series. Okay, everybody lean left. Everybody lean right. Everybody lean back. Now lean forward. Hold on to something. So an earthquake began, and in between last time and this time, I went through and the party rolled dex saves for themselves, but then I went through and I rolled dex saves for all the other tokens on the board, and I have indicated through which reminds me, I'd better put the map up so viewers can tell what we're talking about. I added the little indicator to show the ones that are prone that failed their dex save. And as you can see, a lot of people that are involved in the ritual and a lot of people that are standing down on the hillside all failed those dex saves, and they are all fallen over. Surprisingly enough, or perhaps not surprisingly, the creatures generally fared better than the humanoids. Who knew 4 legs helps you to stand up better when there's an earthquake going on than 2 legs does. But even some of them fell down. One of the elk has fallen. Both of the wargs are down. The hyena and the brown bear both are up. And of course, Casper didn't have to make a saving throw because he is flying in the air. So, what we are going to do is I'm changing up a little bit what I said at the tail end of last session, and maybe none of you actually remembered, which is fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow each of the PCs to tell me one action that they would like to do before the mystic voice of the universe sort of explains what happens next. So some of you have fallen down, others of you managed to stay up. There's an apparent earthquake happening in this area. what would you like to do? And I'm going to start going left to right on my DM computer screen with Mulek. Mulek, what would you like to do?
Yeah, Mulek's gonna stand up and move back 15 spaces.
15 feet, okay.
So I'm just gonna come back here.
Okay.
And
If
that-
you,
Yes.
if you guys are able to do so, I will let you, take the prone indicator off, or if you need me to do it, I'll do it for you. If you right click on your token, does it show you the?
There we go.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Okay,
And,
so stand up, move back.
And then I'm going to have the hyena come right in front of me.
Okay. All right. And Brock, what would you like to do?
Mic check.
Yep,
we hear you.
We can hear you.
I actually want to start with a few questions. I know I brought up danger sense last time, but I don't remember your answer. Was this something that was not visible, the spell?
Okay, danger sense. I'm going to pull it up to make sure that I am remembering the exact verbiage of the feature.
Also, my mouse is doing this double click thing. It's broken, so bear with me with that. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. At second level, you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. Okay. You do get advantage on your dex save because this is, I mean, the ground is shaking. So yeah, in that sense, it's an effect that you can see. There's I was thinking of I was actually confusing danger sense and the weapon of warning, where it warns you where there's danger within 30 feet. That was the thing that I was kind of confused about. So yes, you can. I forget whether you did your saving throw with advantage or not, but if you didn't, then go ahead and make another save with advantage.
I'm clicking away. It's not going through. Oh, there we go. 20. So I did pass.
Okay, so you did pass. So you can go ahead and you are not prone, and you can act as though you were standing, which means you don't have to spend half your movement to stand up.
Second question. I do have another part to dex saves with Shield Master. It does the whole half damage, quarter damage type thing. Was there any damage associated with the spell?
With this spell, I don't think we had resolved that, but let us go ahead.
I don't think you ever said it was actually a spell. I think you just said that the ground started shaking.
The ground started shaking. Now, there is not a direct damage to creatures. There is a concentration save, but none of you were holding on to concentration spells at the time this happened, so that is not an effect. Now, if you happen to be standing right next to a structure, let's say a big tower, and the earthquake were to cause part of that tower to fall and it fell on you, then there's dexterity saves to see if you avoid the damage, and there's damage that's associated with it from that. So yes, there. Yeah, there's this. Now I'm going to go ahead and
Actually,
give.
Yeah,
Go
Ken
ahead.
just
Go ahead.
Ken called that out perfectly. I forgot about that part. It has to target only me, so that's a wipe. Good call,
Okay.
guys. Last question. Elazar dry flagging. That's the guy, right?
Yeah, Elazar dry flagging this guy right here.
Okay. I'm going to use my free action that you're giving us to don my shield.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Now, I'm going to finish with the rest of you and then remind me there's one thing that I'm going to give you all an opportunity to do. Unless one of you says that you want to do it, and then I'll tell you at that point. Fallisher, what would you like to do with your action? Or your turn, which can be movement, action, whatever.
If Brock's not moving, he's not moving. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't even have my shield out after saying that, so I kind of had to do that.
Okay.
Fallis.
Do you want to prep anything, like grab a weapon or
Do I
hold
feel
an
like
action for
do
something?
I feel like immediate danger is about to be upon us?
Well, you feel like it's darned peculiar that just at the time that these people are starting a ritual, some earthquake begins. It's like either this ritual is a lot more powerful than they expected it to be,
Mhm.
or it's almost maybe like the earth itself is crying out in protest to what they're doing. That's kind of the only sense. One of those two is kind of the only sense. And if it's more powerful than they expected, then it's really more powerful than a lot of them expected, because half of them are laying on their ass, wondering what's going on. And even the guy doing the ritual, which means he's got a check in his future, but I'm going to let him have his check after Thaldor goes. Thaldor, what would you like to do with your action?
I'd like what? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, and
Oh, okay.
I've varnished my shield in my weapon.
Okay. Shield of Faith, is that a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then you may have some checks coming in near future. Okay, so.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Thaldor, what would you like to do?
Stand up and pull out my crossbow.
Okay. All right. And then if you can pull the prone indicator off of your token. Otherwise, I can do it for you.
Give me a sec. I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll pull that off. And yeah, I'm just going to pull out my crossbow. And I can't make an attack, can I?
It's usually a free action to pull out a weapon. So yeah, I'll let you take a pot shot at somebody.
Let's see. I might have to move. Give me a second. I think because of range.
Just be aware of prone.
I were
Yeah,
prone. Now I'm. It's half
if you
movement.
try to shoot a prone target, it's at disadvantage. With
Really?
a ranged weapon. Yes.
Oh, I had to be up on them if I was doing an auto crit. That's right. Give me a second. So, pull out my measuring tool here. 45, 50. That's within.
Oh yeah, that's within
range. Yeah.
Now he's prone and he's like, you're probably like 30 feet below him.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you probably would have a. I probably would give you. Well, you can't. I mean, in 5th edition, there's no other thing other than disadvantage. So you'd have disadvantage anyway. There's no double disadvantage.
Correct.
So.
I'm just going to move here. So hold on.
There could be partial cover though, like if you can't see him.
15 feet.
Yeah. But doesn't
I'm right
partial
behind
cover
Falliger.
doesn't partial cover give you disadvantage, or is that a flat?
No, it increases the AC, I think.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to move and I'll just hold my crossbow and pass my action.
Okay, so then I'll go ahead and get this.
Oh, thank you.
Tag off of your token. All right. Okay, now, since none of you said you wanted to do it, let me go ahead and give you all the opportunity to make a perception check, but you're going to make it at disadvantage. And you can have any of your animals make a perception check as well. But Mulek, Casper is also going to get disadvantage. While he is not on the ground, his brain is filled with you going, whoa, whoa, whoa. So that kind of is going to give him disadvantage on his.
Eagle eyes follows you again.
Nat 1 and an 11. Yeah, I didn't see crap.
Okay.
Now, Mulek has a 20 of passive perception.
Yeah, passive perception. That's when that's when the world isn't falling apart. So,
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So 16. Yeah. With a 16, Falazure, you notice something strange to your. Well, let's see. Which direction is it? The one that's closest to you would be off to your left as you're looking up the hill. You notice that while there's some slight rippling and even a little bit of cracking and crumbling to the earth, you notice that there's almost like an enormous furrow, as though there were something like a gigantic gopher that is moving towards the top of the hill, and you notice it. I am going to show you an arrow since you can't obviously see what's making it. You notice that it's kind of in this area, moving this way.
What is it again?
It's kind of like a furrow. If you've ever gone out and you've seen where a gopher has been, and you know how the soil is sort of disturbed where the gopher has moved underneath it, it's like you're watching that being formed, and it's by something that is a. Well, it's at least a large creature, if not larger, because of the size of the.
I got
furrow.
it. It's a 1980s Tremors movie. Got it.
Okay, so this is going here. All right, now Elazar. Oh, Elazar.
I have to before it gets too far away. Amazon has the 7 movie series on one disc, or maybe 2 discs. Amazon of Tremors.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
There's 7 of them?
Yeah, I was surprised to know that too. Yeah.
Okay.
That's on someone's Christmas list.
Oh, guess what? The words of the ritual go, oh, crap! And Elazar is foiled in the ritual that he is trying to cast. So that is not going to happen. And he is not best pleased by that. So then what else is going on? Okay. I need to go ahead and move this and move this, move this, move this, move this. Oh, crap. That's not supposed to work that way. You're supposed to be a matched set, and you're not doing what you're supposed to. Bad. Okay. Yeah, you go up there, get up there. All right, dummy, where were you? You were over here. You go get up there. Okay, and then you're going to come up here. And God bless it. You go there. Okay. Then what you notice is all of you at this point, notice erupting from the earth. Oh, dang it. You of course you did put those on that level, didn't you? Wizards of the Coast, you annoy me. Okay. Erupting from the earth in several places. Boom.
Oh.
You see not 4, but you see a total of 8 monstrous creatures. These creatures look like something out of a nightmare. They are actually creatures the size of horses, but they have a kind of a stony looking skin, and it's kind of reminds you almost of very fine scales made of stone. And what's perhaps even more terrifying is that unfolding off of the back of these are humanoids who have been apparently riding them through the earth as they come up to the ground. And these humanoids are wearing armor that looks like it's kind of made of stone itself. And these creatures have enormous maws, big, huge jaws, and then as they open their jaws to attack, this sort of plate or fin, almost, if you will, sticks straight up off of their back. And as the front half of them is emerged from the ground, it gives you the appearance of seeing like a shark jumping up out of the water to chomp down on something that's sitting on the surface. And that, friends, is going to signal the beginning of a skills challenge. So we are going to go to this skills challenge over here, and I am going to put Elazar over here, and then let me get Casper. Casper.
I was gonna say this fight's gonna take weeks.
Yeah, it's not gonna take weeks. We're gonna do all right. I'm going to put those there, and then I'm going to go here and move all these over to the corner so that they are all out of my way and I don't have to look at them. Then we are going to draw. I'll go ahead and bring you guys over here with me while I draw this out. We are going to draw a grid, and the grid we are going to draw is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. that. That's not helpful because it's on the wrong layer. Okay. And then I will also draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we will put Casper down there, and we'll put Elazar here. Okay. And this skills challenge has the following parameters. The goal of the skills challenge is to protect as many of your allies of the party as possible from the chaos of what is going on. And you want to make it so that the people that you have identified as allies can flee to safety. And that's what success will mean, is that they can get away. Failure means that they are not able to get away, and they will be in harm's way when you have to fight some of whatever happens to be left of this after this assault takes place. And if you if you win, people get away and can get to safety. If you lose, more of your allies might be killed. You have to have 8 successes balanced against 4 failures. And at the end of each round, I will tell you what else is happening on the battlefield that you can see. And your successes or failures during the round will kind of indicate how the battle is going. Now, have you all played skills challenges with me? You want me to go over the rules that I use once again?
I think all of us definitely have. Maybe Ken hasn't, because we've been doing them in this campaign for a while now.
Okay. I think we've done them on Sunday, but just in case we have new people on the stream that haven't seen this before, I use a set of rules for skills challenges that I first saw used by Rodrigo Lopez on the long-running podcast Critical Hit. And what this does is this allows you to use any of your skills except the skill that you used the round before and the skill that was used by the PC that went immediately before you. So the idea is to force you to use at least 2 of your skills during the skills challenge, and to probably it's a crapshoot whether it's going to actually make you dip into a third or not, depending on whether the person right in front of you in initiative order winds up using a skill that's one of your strong skills, and you have to go and rely and use something that is not quite as strong. And then when you use your skill, you have to think about a skill that would apply to the action that you want to take. And the action that you want to take has to be oriented towards the goal of the skills challenge, which is getting friendlies basically out of the way of what looks like it's going to be a big fight between these people that are attacking and the ritual, the people that are trying to defend the ritual. So, with that in mind, the first thing that we will do is we will go ahead. Yep, board is clear. So we will go ahead and we will allow you. Oh, Well, which means I have to bring your characters and put them on the board so you can see, because otherwise you won't be able to. You guys can go ahead and now roll initiative. And the enemy does not roll initiative because basically it's just holy buckets.
I'm told you I'm having issues over here. Just bear with me. Oh, you meant the 27.
Mulek, you have a +7 on your initiative these days?
I do. I have an 8. 8 is the lowest. Actually, 9 is the lowest I could ever roll on initiative.
Wow. Okay. Valdor? Valiger? Oh,
I got
okay. Yeah, it's okay. And Valiger, what's your actual dex score?
14.
Whoops. Come on.
Wait a minute, James. How do you have? I have +5 to initiative because of my dex. How do you have such a high initiative?
Got a feat.
Oh, hold on. No, I don't have a feat. It's my. Oh, not that. God dang it.
It's a good thing to have.
Where is it? Where'd it go? It is this.
Temporal awareness. You can add your intelligence modifier to your initiative rolls. Wow. Okay.
That's the chronergy, one of the chronergy benefits.
Yeah, that means God help any spellcasters that are after Mulek.
Exactly.
Mulek is just going to.
And that's not even using my gift of alacrity that I gave to Brock.
Oh my goodness.
Brock, did you add a D? You got to add a D.
Wait, you gave me something?
Yeah, remember I touched you and I said I just gave you the gift of alacrity. It's good for 8 hours.
Oh, so go ahead and put that in.
You get to roll 1d8. You could add a 1d8 to your initiative roll.
Okay, so roll a 1d8 and I will add whatever that is to your initiative roll. So 3. So now it's 18. Okay. All right.
And that's good for 8 hours.
All right. So, Mulek, you guys have seen what's happening. Just quickly to keep us all kind of on the same page here. Oh, that's not very helpful. Then I will do this. So it pushes it down next to each other. Good. So that you can see what's happening on here. These big, huge creatures have all popped up. Some of them are behind your allies. Some of them are in front of your allies. What would you like to do to try to help get your allies out of harm's way, and what skill would that be? And if any of you want to cast a spell or use some kind of feature, let me know, and I'll tell you how that works in skills challenges.
Yeah, so I was going to use my Arcana to cast Flaming Sphere right here.
Okay. Now, use Arcana to cast Flaming Sphere. Now, what is the thing you're hoping to do with the Flaming Sphere?
So the flaming sphere, basically, if I'm able to use my bonus action, I can bring up the flaming sphere and ram it into this creature right here with the rider.
Okay, this is not a combat, so it's not really an attack.
Okay.
You need to narratively tell me what the effect is that you want the flaming sphere to do.
So the flaming sphere is to protect these individuals. So basically, it's a sphere of fire that's just going to be sitting right here to scare this guy away, because if it moves in, it's going to start taking damage. So it's basically to try to create a barrier to protect this whole group right here.
Okay, so you want that flaming sphere to just be something that's going to basically scare this guy, and I'm just going to put that there to show
Yes.
that we have like a flaming sphere there. Okay, so that's what you want that to do. All right, well enough. Go ahead and roll your Arcana check, and if you beat the DC, that's not going to be good enough. Do you have an inspiration? Or you have a chronal shift. All right, that's a success. 19 will do it. Okay, wonderful. Good job there, Mulek.
I don't know if anyone else is seeing this, but the turn order for me is empty.
Oh yeah, it's empty for me too.
Oh, okay. And the reason it's empty is because I have you on the other map. Now, there you go. Sorry about that. I have to bring it back to this map when it's our turn. Okay, so that's one success and no failures. Faldor.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why it didn't do it. Hold on before
You're good.
I'm gonna go do this, and then now it'll work. Okay. It is so freaking dumb. If you don't have it on the right thing, it won't automatically move that token marker. All right, Faldor, you are up. Everything is available to you except Arcana. What skill would you like to use, and what effect do you hope it will have on this craziness that's happening on this map over here?
Well, because all this craziness is going on, that will give me a great distraction, and I want to use stealth to see if I can get closer to who is it? We're trying to the guy, the head craziness, yeah, him. To see if I can get closer to him, that I might be able to take him out.
Okay, now remember the goal of the skills challenge is to get your allies away from the danger. So how is taking him out going to help get your allies away from the danger?
Because I was going to say he's one of the ones that caused the danger. I mean, you take out the captain. I mean, you take out the head of the snake, the rest of the body dies.
Well, that's true, but now apparently a bunch of other people have showed up that want to fight, and I think just because one person goes down, they're not going to go, oh, okay, well, our job's done, and walk away.
Let me think of it tacticiously then. I'm no good in a one-on-one fight. That I do know. So to protect myself would be to protect everybody else. So if I can get down, get low, and just keep an eye on the battlefield, I might be able to come up with a better plan.
Okay, so you want to stealth and kind of then look out for opportunities to maybe, when there's a safe path, send people that way.
That would be more more of a tactician, yes.
Okay, all right. So go ahead. Let me move back to our thing. Go ahead and make a stealth check. 15.
And that's with a plus 11.
Do you have an inspiration? Because 15 is not quite going to be good enough.
Oh my god!
I do not. I do not have an inspiration. I used it last time.
I got to quit. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I still have my inspiration, but I could have sworn we all used it, right? So I just didn't check it off.
I used mine last week to try and keep standing, and I failed.
How many times can you use chronal shift, Mulek?
I already used my reaction. I can't use it again. I only have two.
Can you attest to that? Should I have inspiration? Can you recall, or if not, I'm just going to check it off.
Well, I don't recall that you did use it. If you think you used it, you can go ahead and check it off, but I don't remember whether you used it or not. So if you didn't check it off, you might still have it.
If you don't recall it, I'm going to go with your call. I thought we did. I thought we all did at the same time. But
I don't think everybody did. I only remember one.
I know I
person
did.
trying
Yeah,
to use it.
I'm looking at it, and he only rolled once last week.
Okay.
He didn't roll again.
Okay. So then, so you want to give Thaldor your inspiration? So
Correct.
he can,
And I took it off just to.
okay. So Thaldor, you get to roll again, courtesy of Brock.
Thank you, Brock.
I'll make it count.
Oh God.
Okay. Hey, 17 is good enough.
There we go.
Right. All right. And then Brock, this is your turn. Okay, so any skill except for stealth, which it works out. Stealth is not a great.
I got kind of a scenario / question for you.
Okay.
I spoke to the bear. I kind of bonded with him. I told him to meet with me when the battle starts.
Yeah.
He was injured, but I kind of persisted anyway. So my question is, how would I incorporate calling the bear to my side, getting on top of him to mount him with skills challenge? And if I did that, would it have any impact?
Animal friendship.
Well, animal friendship is a spell, but
I mean, animal handling.
You have several skills. I would let you use animal handling. I would let you use nature. I would let you use survival. Those and because you formed a bond, I might even let you use persuasion. Since you sort of formed a bond with this bear already, that any one of those I would say would count. And then, if you flavor it that you want to mount the bear and sort of then,
Inspire.
call out to your allies, hey, let's go this way, and try to lead your allies away from danger. I think that would be perfect. And it just sort of works out that the two people that were trying to handle the bear are both flat on their butts. And
I saw that's exactly what I looked at. You're reading my mind here.
yeah, so
all right, so basically, I guess the skill I'll use is animal handling because it makes sense. But the actions,
okay. Well, the reason I'm giving you a choice is, you can use whatever one gives you the biggest bonus at this point in time. So that's why I'm listing them all out there for you. There are, you can explain it however you want, and as long as it uses the explanation uses the skill you're saying it uses, then that's okay.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'm going to give you my action. And then you tell me that, and then I'm going to give you two possible skills. You tell me which.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, I'm going to rage. I'm going to blow a rage, and I'm going to literally just make it a showcase of it. I'm going to just throw my head back, my arms wide, muscles rippling as I rage, kind of screaming, making it as loud as I can. And I was thinking either animal handling to kind of call him to me because I'm my totem is a bear, so
sure,
it's kind of like growling and talking in his language almost in a sense. Or I can just use animal handling and whistle to him or something like that.
Okay, well that was either use animal handling or use animal handling.
I'm sorry, athletics.
Athletics. Okay. I was going to say that making the big demonstration sounded like persuasion, but since you flavor it that way, I think athletics would work. Yeah, I think athletics would work there.
Do I get advantage on athletics? If I'm not mistaken, with rage. Strength, no.
Well, it's a strength check. It's not an athletics check.
That's 15 anyway.
15. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, 15. Unfortunately, 15 is not quite going to do it. So, all right, everybody, we are now at 2 successes and 1 failure. All right, and Fallager, we are to you. I'm going to go back to the map and show you what's going on. So for this nonsense happening here, what skill would you like to use, and how are you going to use it to try to help get your allies out of immediate danger?
Which two can I not use?
There's only one you cannot use, which is athletics. You have not
Okay.
had a turn yet, so you're only limited by what Brock used.
Weird. I'm going to intimidate some nearby enemies so they can focus on me and less on the civilians.
Okay. Intimidate to kind of draw the attention of some of the enemy combatants.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will accept that. Oh, do you have an inspiration?
Nope.
Oh, no inspiration.
Ouch.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, all right. I've got to make notes here. Maybe I need to think for next time about making a DC a little bit lower on this.
The dice just don't love us tonight.
We are at 2 successes and 2 failures. Okay, so Falajur. Okay, that was Falajur. Mulek. All right, you used
Arcana.
and Falajur just used intimidation. So you can use anything except Arcana and intimidation.
So I was hoping to use my knowledge of animals and creatures to command Maverick. Can you go back to the other screen?
Okay, am I? Oh no, I'm not. I looked back to it, but I didn't move the ribbon. Okay, there we go.
These are friendlies, right? That we had identified.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll command Maverick to go up and protect these friendlies from this roulette or whatever
Okay.
that creature is. And I was hoping to use nature.
Okay. Yeah, that's he's a natural fey creature, right?
Yeah, natural creature.
Yeah, he's a natural. No, that's right. He's a natural creature. It's only your owl that's fey.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a natural creature. So yeah, sure, you can use nature. 20.
Nice.
20.
Dirty 20.
Okay. That is a third success. All right, wonderful. Okay. And Thaldor. Okay, so last time you used stealth, and Mulek just used nature. So you can use anything except stealth or nature. So what would you like to do? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. Time out.
Okay.
At the end of the first round, I should have done this before Mulek's turn, but I don't think it would have made a difference to what Mulek did. At the end of the turn, you hear some screaming. And this is not the screaming of people that are in pain. These are the screams of people that are out for blood. And running up on the side of the hill over here from this camp, you see a group of people that are armed with maces, and they have some kind of strange device on their armor that looks like it might be some kind of a almost like a weird holy symbol that you all have never seen. And then over here on the other side of the hill, you see a whole bunch of people also screaming out and running up, and these guys are in robes. They look for all the world like people you might expect to find in a monastery, with one strange exception. They all have these metal masks over their faces that look like gargoyles. And they appear to be running in uh, at the people that are in the middle of doing this ritual. So perhaps these are allies of the people riding on the horrifying monstrosities that just burst up through the ground. Or either that, there's even more madness that's going on. One of the two. So, yeah. So, Mulek has Maverick over there trying to protect from the closest danger, which wouldn't have changed anything. And Faldor. Now you see these two other groups of people coming in, and clearly this is starting to look like it's going to be a bloodbath for somebody.
Speaking of that, because it's one of my skills, I was going to say, can I use a history check to see if I know anything about what's on their armor, their mask, their face, if I read anything?
You absolutely can. If it's one of your good skills, I will allow you to assess this and see if you can identify what sort of threat this is and whether it means you need to warn your allies about other possible dangers.
Awesome. 16.
16. Hey, everybody. Somebody hit the exact magic number. 16 is exactly what you need in this skills challenge. So, 16 is a success. We are now at 4 successes and 2 failures. Okay.
So what do I know? What do I know about them people, Gally?
Yes. What you know about this symbol. You remember seeing an old artifact in a curio shop at one point in time. And this artifact had the exact same symbol on it. And no, it wasn't in a curio shop. It was in a thieves guild. You were kind of looking at it, and the person who had found it was kind of bragging to everybody. You overheard what they were saying. It has the symbol appears to be a triangle, and it's an equilateral triangle, all 3 sides exactly the same, and the point is straight up, so it kind of looks like a drawing of a pyramid almost. And then in the middle of the flat base, there is a vertical line that comes about halfway up. And the person who found this said that this symbol signifies purpose and stability. And it is rumored to have been associated with an ancient cult that worshipped the forces of elemental earth.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I yell, I guess Mulek's close to me. I yell to Mulek, hey, these guys mean business, and I think they're not happy with the flame guys. They're a pretty old cult. It's cult versus, I guess, another cult right now. It's pretty insane. So it looks like fire versus rock.
Yeah, you heard of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, this is something else completely different. All right. So Mulek, you hear that. Oh, I'm sorry. I just screwed something up. Brock, I'm going to put you back on top of the order. No. Come on. There you go. All right, Brock. You are up.
So I didn't catch what the other yelled about the new guys.
Is he within range of me? I think he is.
Yeah. I'm saying all of you as players heard it, so your characters all heard it. He identified these guys as being connected with a cult that venerates elemental earth.
I'm going to use my perception to look them over, see what their plan is, see that they're rushing to the east to our enemies, and urge my companions to circle around to the east as well, to the opposite flank.
Okay.
Is that
so? That perception is, seeing what they're doing. That would be a use of the perception skill. Yes. And then what you do once you perceive those tactics. That. Oh no!
My rolls tonight are not good.
Oh no! Oh no!
There he goes. Uses reaction.
Okay. So go ahead and roll again.
My last one. Make it count.
All right, there's probably going to be several rolls that come through here. I don't know what's happening.
Nice.
Whoa!
Boom. Dirty 25.
Okay. Nobody has rolled a nat 20 so far.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Rock was daddy crits last week.
If you guys roll a nat 20, that's good for 2 successes. Unfortunately, if you roll a nat 1, it's good for 2 failures. So that's another success. We are now at 6 successes and 2 failures. So very good. All right. So yes, to answer your question, sir, so that you know what to warn or tell your compatriots about. Yes, it looks like this is. It looks like, from what you can tell, these forces are attacking from at least 3 sides. The riders on these horrifying monstrosities came up from the south. These guys with the symbol of the earth cult that Thaldor identified are coming up from the east, and then these other people with these other masks are coming up from the west. And so it looks like they are trying to attack the hillside from 3 sides. And who knows, there might be some people from the back, but from your vantage point, you don't know. So yeah, if you got over to the east, that would kind of get out of the way and kind of get behind those people going in. And at least then give your allies who need to get out of there an avenue for escape. Going that way. So that is what you are able to tell. Okay. And last but not least, Fallager. Okay, so last time, Fallager, you used, what the hell did you use last time? Fallager used Shawsbot. Intimidation. So you used intimidation, and Brock has used perception. So those 2 are out. Anything else is available to you.
I'm going to persuade our allies to stand firm.
Okay. You're going to persuade them to stand firm, and that's going to help them get to safety.
Oh, safety. You want them to get safety. I'm going to persuade them to run for their lives.
Okay. I like it. Oh,
so
gosh,
close.
That's 2 19s in a row.
So close to a nat.
I know. Okay, but that is a success. And this is the end of the round. So at the end of this round, here is what happens. remember, I think I mentioned that. At least I hope I remember to
Do you need to
mention.
put us back on the map?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I mentioned last time that some of you, when you were coming out of the tower, there was a faint smell of sulfur from somewhere. Well, you suddenly realize what that smell of sulfur is from. As bursting out of something that looks like a kennel up here are two hounds. And these hounds have eyes that look like they are made of flame, have flames coming off of their paws, and when they open their mouths to bark, it's like just opening into a yawning chasm of flame. And these things go tearing off down the hill towards the people that are attacking. Oh, foo. Okay. So these two guys just go tearing off down the hill, and actually this guy runs with them. They go off this way. These guys get up off the ground and they start shouting. And you guys can hear over the noise of everything because there's multiple voices raised with the same cry of alarm. You hear people on the hill shouting, "Black Earth! Black Earth! Get them!" And so apparently these guys seem to know who it is that are after them. Elazar stands up and he starts casting another spell, and he also grabs a chain that it's kind of a fine chain that was a little bit obscured by some of the scaffolding there, and he pulls that chain down. And when he pulls it down, the effigy of the wicker giant falls away, and you see inside there is a fire elemental. And so then these guys, they all stand up and they start to get ready to meet the attack of the people running up the hill from the east. A couple of these people that weren't injured, they come, or that weren't on the ground, they come over towards Elazar. The rest of them just kind of get ready to brace for this attack. And it seems like there's going to be a massive brawl between these people that now, okay, now these supposed druids have a fire elemental on their side. That doesn't sound very druid-like. And they're fighting these people that have these crazy monstrosities that burrow underground and that worship elemental earth. And so it looks like it's just on like Donkey Kong. Okay, so Mulek, start of round 3 of the skills challenge. What would you like to do? Let me.
And I can't use nature or persuasion, right?
Correct. You can't use nature because you used it last time, or persuasion because Ken used it. But you can circle back and use the one that you used the first time.
So I see what's going on with the battle up here. I have Maverick up here to kind of create a barrier from these guys and this. I've got the fire creating a barrier. This fire here creating a barrier between our good guys and this baddie. But I've got this one right here, so I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at it to try and slow it up. Simultaneously trying to yell at our friendlies to run as fast as they can this way.
Okay. All right. So that would be another Arcana check, which and 21. Hey, what was that I said before? I said that I had perfectly tuned the skills challenge so that it would leave a little bit in doubt, but that it would allow you guys to win. And with the eighth success, you guys win the skills challenge. Okay, so now narratively, let's kind of resolve what happens in this battle on the hill. So with this battle on the hill, these creatures that are mounted, they go up. Okay, for Brock and Mulek, the two of you, I want you to know that narratively you have used at least one spell slot and you've used at least one rage. Anything you use in a skills challenge doesn't count, so if you ticked those off, uncheck them. You still have that spell slot and you still have that rage available. Same goes for the chronal shift.
I get my chronal shift back?
You get the chronal shift back. What you use in a skills challenge doesn't count towards the regular day. Now, unfortunately, using your inspiration does count. So that those of you that use that is gone. What seems to happen with this flaming sphere here? This thing just decides to just burrow straight under, and it just burrows under these people that were already prone, and so they can't get up again. And it comes up and it appears over here. Then this guy burrows because of the ray of frost. These guys come over and they start attacking these wargs. And then these two guys here, they go up and they begin attacking this fire elemental. Okay, so then that means that your allies, your allies are able to get up off the ground. Boom. And then boom. And then this guy. And then this guy. And then this guy. Oh, and Brock, the bear, runs over to you, and you can see that apparently these guys were kind of lazy in addition to being cruel. When they put pressure on and pulled on that chain, the collar that was around this bear's neck just actually fell off. And so he is no longer collared, nor is he chained, but he has run over to you. So he comes up to you. These guys are over here. and they are over here. Now, with the urging of Faliger and Mulek, these guys all kind of run. They kind of run out of harm's way, and then these guys will also. Oh no, these guys that you weren't sure about, they actually run forward. They actually run forward here, and they start attacking those things. And you realize that under their robes, druid robes, they actually have some of the same armor and weapons as these people up here. So you realize, oh, they were actually apparently part of this group all along. But then your 4 friends here, they run away down here. The two elk run. All right. And then there's a fight. And there's a number of people that wind up falling. And I know it's a little early because it's only 9:13, but what we're going to do now is we are going to take our break. Let's go ahead and take about 15 minutes. We'll call it 15 after. Let's come back at the bottom of the hour. And at the bottom of the hour, we will resolve what needs to be resolved by combat. And that will pit the party against a group of enemies that hopefully will be a suitable challenge for the party, as opposed to a enemy that's an overwhelming force. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the music, go on break. I'll come back and set up the battlefield, and then at the bottom of the hour, we will go ahead and we will resume. And this is a great time for those of you that are on the stream. If you want to ask questions, throw those in the chat, questions either of myself or of the players, and we will respond to those before we resume. Okay.
Is it Christmas? I get a bear mount and I get to kill things.
Oh my God! There you go.
All right. Here is your music.
Oh man, have you seen the backlash right now they've got over Cyberpunk 77 on the old consoles?
I've caught the headlines basically because I've been thinking about buying it, but I've been checking in on it daily. It seems negative. Tell me about it.
So here's what's up. So if you've got a regular PlayStation, not a Pro, not a Pro, and not an Xbox One X. If you've got just a regular like Xbox One and a PS4,
I can already tell where this is going.
Yeah, it runs like garbage. It runs at 720p, barely at 15 frames a second. And it doesn't run much better than that on a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. The only thing it runs well on is PC, and you better have a beast of a PC to do that.
Yeah, they built it for PC. They released it on console to get a little extra bucks, and
end up biting them in the ass.
People on console are pissed off because it's not up to quality. Yeah, I saw that coming. I mean, the
PlayStation removed it from their store.
If you see the game, if you're watching these Twitch streams, like the top streamers with the high quality, like maxed out desktops, the game looks like a goddamn movie. So the fact that they even try to release this on consoles is kind of laughable, in my opinion. I mean, they had to have seen this coming. Like I said, they had to have been just trying to get more money out of it, which is like not good for press. You know what I'm saying? Have you played it, Doors?
I am booking my hotels right now for Christmas.
But as you're booking your hotels, hear this out. So what they did was, if you're a development company like that, you've been working on this game for almost 10 years, and most people do not have access to the newer version of consoles or even to like high-end graphics cards and stuff right now, you're just screwed. It'll run okay on a 2080 Ti, but my God, unless you've got a 3070, 3080, or 3090, good luck. You going home and seeing the folks and everybody for the holidays?
Yeah, looks like I just nailed a king's room, nice king bed and everything.
Well, you are the
$62
king.
a night. Not that bad. $62 a night.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, free breakfast.
I've got like 80,000 points for IGH hotels like Holiday Inn and shit like that if I want to use them, where I stayed in an extended stay for 3 months. So I can have free nights, except where I want to get my free nights, I can't. So like me and my wife wanted to go up to the mountains, and I'm like, oh, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, there's Holiday Inns and stuff up there. And I look and it's like, oh, well, I want to go this day. And it's like, no, blacked out. I'm like, what the hell you mean blacked out? I'm a top tier member. Like they call it Spire or whatever. It's like the highest you can get, like business class. I'm like, why can't I get, them dates? And they're like, oh, they're all blacked out because it's a tourist town. That's the only reason why it's a tourist town. I think I looked at it once and it gave me the option for like 2 days or something like that. And it was like in the weirdest time. Like it was like, I couldn't remember, but it had to be a weekday. It couldn't be a weekend. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I wish you a safe journey though.
Confused. I'm trying to book it through the 24th through the 26th, but it's showing me a rate through the 24th to the 25th. So I'm wondering if they're only booking it for those 2 days instead of the 3 days I need. It's kind of weird.
That would be kind of weird. What, they're closed for Christmas? That makes no sense. They're a hotel.
Oh, I know what it is because I'm checking out Saturday, so I honestly only use the room Thursday and Friday, basically, right?
Yeah, they charge you for the night, not the day.
Yeah.
So technically, if you're checking out Saturday, they're only charging you for Thursday and Friday. Technically, it is 2 days.
Sounds good to me.
So for $120, that's not horrible for a king size room.
It's $182.62 total.
Gotta love tax.
Well, part of it is that they charged me almost $33 for a tax recovery charge, so they'll give me that back.
That tax recovery charge, that's interesting.
Well, that's in case you damage anything or whatever.
Oh,
They charge that back on your card, as long as you don't break anything. But they do charge a $20 service fee.
Well, don't party like a rock star there, Fallinger. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I guess no hooker and Coke for Christmas.
No blow off hookers' asses. Oh.
Hey, Mike, did you see what I posted in your text channel?
I'll check it out real quick.
Your Thaldor. Oh, wait, no, not Thaldor. I didn't put it there. Look. Let's see. Did I put it in mine?
In Mulek.
Oh, yeah. Read what I put in Mulek. This was after you had posted something in your chat or your character.
Yeah, met some interesting druids, led us on a short trek, not sure exactly where we ended up. I'm glad we have Thaldor in our party. This keen mind, he always knows what direction we are going. That is actually true. I always know which direction north is.
Yeah,
and when y'all ask him what time of day it is, I always know what time of day it is too.
Yeah, and so what you had posted was, so far I can't make heads or tails what direction we are going. We lost track of the main caravan, but think we may have have a lead in this old keep in Pirates of the Tides. We will see where this path may take us. So after I read that, that's where I put, that's some interesting druids. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we have Thaldor in our party. He always knows where we're going.
Right. I might know cardinal directions. I don't know where we're going with the story.
Yeah.
Like, James, I want to hear more from you. Like, give Chops us some backstory stuff, man. We won't meta that shit.
I've given you.
I know a little.
I've given you a bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, you're gonna have to get it out of me, man.
You're gonna have to pull what I do. Where me and him
make
did
it that
what.
easy.
I was thinking as us players, but okay, I got you.
Love you too, Chris.
I just like he's like a character I always want to play but never do.
Man, it's not as in depth as your backstory. It seems like your backstory just gets bigger and bigger.
Well, the thing is,
I think we all know that my backstory is the most in depth.
Okay, guys, put your dicks away. It's okay. But no, here's the thing. Does anybody know what app or what program it is that automatically records things for like streams for when you do like eliminations and shit?
Yeah, it's OBS.
Well, no, I have OBS. I'm talking about there's a program you can get, like, what it'll do is, like, say I got an elimination shot on Fortnite, it'll record that and make a clip of it.
I mean, there's many. If you have NVIDIA, there's the, what the fuck do they call it? Shadow or some shit. A lot of games, big games like Battlefield and Call of Duty have in-game type of things like that.
I'll have to turn that on, I guess.
Yeah, there is another thing which kind of partners with OBS, which I can't think of the name of it. It's kind of like what a lot of streamers use to do their donations and shit, but I can't think of the name of it.
Speaking of that, fellas, hopefully I gotta talk with my buddy. But we might be doing a charity stream before Christmas.
Hopefully I'll have some time off and I can join.
We'll be raising money for our local children's hospitals. He's in Florida and I'm in Tennessee, so I'll be going for the Monroe Carroll Jr. Hospital at Vanderbilt. I don't know what he'll do, but I have to talk to him probably this weekend and work that out.
Also, James, this is a character I've had in creation for probably a couple of years, so.
So I thought at the beginning of this campaign you were...
Or donate to St. Jude's. One of the two.
I was going to play somebody else. Things changed. I won't get into details, but I changed at the very last minute, like 2 days before, maybe a day before.
Oh.
And this is... I basically had no time to create anything, so I just pulled a character that I had in my pocket, basically.
Gotcha. Because, yeah, at the beginning, I thought you didn't really have anything put together. And then I'm like thinking, whoa, he's got a ton of stuff put together.
It kind of snowballed. Like I said, I was going to play a Goliath. That was my initial plan, and then things fell through. So I put out this character, which I had a huge backstory for, but I was hesitant to post anything because I wanted to adapt it to this specific campaign without making any, messing anything up. So I kind of released it in drops.
Gotcha.
As you can tell, that last paragraph in the Brock channel, that's all Galley speaking. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I was communicating with him back and forth, trying to make sure things were fluid and not going to mess anything up for him. So his response to me asking a question.
Wait, what?
If you compare the first paragraph in my channel, that's the initial. Well, it's not the first big paragraph. That's my initial background that I gave Galley.
Okay.
Then I did some background talking to him. I'm trying to make sure, because if you guys remember in the first couple sessions, I was like, I didn't want to set my city, my kingdom, in his world. I wanted to make sure it melded fleshly. So I was communicating with him, and then he sent me the most recent paragraph in that channel. That was him speaking. That was his reply to me, which was like a flawless, perfect reply. Like it combines. He went way beyond. It was great.
Somebody wants a Christmas card, text me your address.
I'm the most paranoid person on earth.
That's fine.
Don't worry, James already knows your address.
Probably so.
Just to state, I'm not paranoid against you. I'm paranoid about putting it on Discord.
Oh no. You don't have to put it in Galley's Discord. You can send me a direct message.
You know they released the rights, right? So anyone, police, FBI, can get access to anything that's done on Discord. A lot of
interesting.
Actually uninstalled it because of that.
I'll say James would know that.
Well, we can generally get access to anything. It just requires a subpoena.
Well, now they can just do it free of will.
Really?
Yeah.
Open source.
It was over the summer. I don't recall the name of the bill or anything like that, but it was over the summer. They released all rights. So yeah, it's risky. Be careful.
So they made it open source, pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
But James is right. Most stuff requires a subpoena for anything digital.
Yeah, and we all know how easy it is, especially for FBI, I imagine. I don't know from experience, but I imagine FBI just walks in, tells the judge, and he's like, yeah, you got it.
Well, there has to be some, what is it? I took it on justice. It has to be some, crap. I know this. Hold on, give me a second, James. Hold on. It has to be some, shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. Reasonable suspicion.
We all know how that can be bent and, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, but
most judges assume, especially if it's FBI, that they're doing the right thing.
I think the CIA is worse, though. I think they just do what they want.
CIA kind of bullies them. That's a different story. We won't get into that rabbit hole.
James, do you work with a lot of CIA guys? Do they get on your nerves?
No, I don't.
Where are you stationed out of, James? Where are you at? If you don't,
I'm in Virginia right now.
So yeah, you probably don't see a lot of big cases out there, right?
Well, I'm part of a headquarters unit, so
you're like in the regional area, basically.
Yeah, I work with lots of different places.
Well, still the East.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man.
If you want to get the good shit, you're down in Florida or out on the West Coast. Or
right. Well, what I always want to know is if Fox's office is still there.
Fox's office?
Yeah, Fox Mulder's office is still there.
Yeah.
You know what I always wondered? What happens if a DM rolls a D20? Can we see the DM stuff tonight? Can we make this?
Can you spy on his camera and see if he's really rolling what he's rolling?
I think that's like a thing where a DM has to roll a D20 at the start of each session.
DM is about to have to roll a bunch of D20s going here. So let's narrate for everybody, for the sake of the players and the stream, kind of what happened. I'm going to briefly reorient us so that people can see the center of the map. You can see there is this item up here, and as your allies fell back and you guys kind of were wavering on what to do, you suddenly sensed this. Both Elazar and this fire elemental began casting something, and they both started kind of glowing this white hot, and this heat began radiating off of them, and it was kind of to the point that even sort of involuntarily, you guys had to fall back because it was so great, and the other cultists were sort of collapsing in on them, and then there was this tremendous explosion, and there's this huge column of fire, kind of radiant fire that is now centered on the top of this hill. And you guys are thinking, you don't know how anything could survive. And you sort of got about halfway down the hill, and as you're blinking, okay, you can't see your allies, so they must have run off somewhere. But then as your vision starts to clear again, you see a couple of groups of enemies closing in on your location. And from your east, you see two of these guys that have from your east, you see two of these guys that have sort of this symbology that Thaldor identified as being earth cultists. And from your west, you see four guys that have that look kind of like monks and have these grotesque metal masks on their faces. And it just so happens that the four of you are there, along with uh, the giant hyena and along with Casper. So Maverick and Casper are there with you. And this is going to be a moment where we have the potential to have a combat. Now, Fallager, down here, depending on how far you are zoomed in or zoomed out, down here is Rusty, right where you left him. He hasn't run off. He is there. He was far enough away from all of the nonsense that he wasn't affected by anything that has happened. So just so you'll know that he's okay at the moment. And do we have any questions or anything that you guys would want to do before we see about getting into initiative with these
I get
fine
a few
fellows? Okay.
Firstly, I think the people around us, the priests and the monks, do we recognize these as anybody from the camps that we did not clear? As far as green check mark, are they? Do we recognize them as enemies potentially?
No, you have not seen these people before.
Okay, so these are the guys that came in during the thing.
Thaldor could tell you for sure that these guys here were people that he saw because he recognizes that symbol. They came and attacked after the earthquake started. And, these guys may be part of that group that came in and attacked from the other side. But yeah, you haven't seen them before right now.
The second question or comment, I'm not familiar with how mounted combat works with a beast that's not necessarily my beast companion, as AK Ranger. So, how would that play out? Does he get to decide, and I just basically kind of suggest, and he can follow or ignore me? Is that how that works?
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you animal handling checks, especially if you put him in situations that are going to cause him potential harm. And then if he starts taking a significant amount of damage, he may decide to run. And if you don't want to run, then you have the option to either jump off, or he might just decide to get you off some way or another.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Good stuff.
Yeah. So animal handling checks to get him to do things. Obviously, Maverick is being instructed what to do magically by the compulsion of the the bag of trick spell. Casper do what Casper gonna do, and Rusty has that bond with Fallager, from being a regular mount, and will act like a, more or less like a normal warhorse would act. So, with that, I'm going to bring these guys up here. And I'm going to put this on my screen. And then I'm going to put this on my screen. And then then they okay, then I'm going to count on you guys to no, I need to put this because I doubt that Brock has access to this. I don't think Chris has access to this, so I'll bring up this one as well. All right, so I've got the items that I need. Mulek, you can roll initiative for Maverick, right? Or does he get a separate initiative?
Let's see. Normally, I think he just would go on my turn. But if you want me to do,
no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. But you have his character sheet, so you can do all the things you need to do with him.
Yep.
Fallager, did I give you control of Rusty's token?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to add turns for these guys, and we're going to add turns for these guys, and you guys can go ahead and roll initiatives for yourself and for your things. I'm going to set to that, and I'm going to roll their initiative. Oh, foo. Okay, so something is screwed up there. All right.
Brock, you get to add another 1d8.
So 13. Okay, so it's going to be 8.10. So it's going to be 13.10. Then for these guys, they get that 20 plus
812. Yeah.
20, 16, 21, 20. Oh,
my
guys
goodness.
Did good.
Oh,
20, 15, and then 16, 15, and then 21, 15, and then 20, 15. Wait a minute. 20. Oh, okay. I missed somehow. I 16, 15. Okay. There we go. And we have these. Ken, what did you say? It's 14 for Fallager's dex? Or 15?
Correct, 14.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put everything in descending order. And Fallager. Thaldor. It looks like you are up first.
Wow.
Yeah, there's you've got enemies to your east and enemies to your west, and enemies, don't you know, are the ones that you love best.
Do we still have this yellow globe, or are we able to see?
Oh yeah. That big huge fire on top of the hill, that's giving you illumination. You can see like it's. I'm gonna call it like it's daylight, not like the middle of the day, but late afternoon daylight, because this big orange glow from the fire behind.
So they all burn to death. Okay.
And these monks and priests, do they look like they're coming towards us to like attack us?
Oh yeah. They are not coming to sell you Avon.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring me milk.
So to be clear, the people behind the yellow glow, we're not able to see them, right?
Yeah, that big huge orange glow up there happened, and you can't see anything up there. So you don't.
In front of me.
Yeah.
I don't think so with that.
Okay, so this guy here, he's got what looks like stone-plated armor almost, and it's very strange. You have never seen anything like this. This is a really weird sort of armor, but yeah, that's not going to hit. So that's your action. Would you like to move, or do you have a bonus action you want to do?
Going to run back, try to get behind the bear because it's so big with rock on top of it, and hide.
Okay, so yeah. Well, all right, now,
the
guy's right behind you. Could see
crap.
you.
Yeah,
so.
I can't do that. Well, wait a minute. There's a bush. Hold on. Where was I at? Hold on. I was 5, 10, 15, 20. So 5.
There's a bush there, and there's a bush there.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'm going to try to get up to this bush up here and hide.
Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth check to hide.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so an 18. All right. So okay, Sacred Stone Monk. What do you have up your sleeve? He runs up, and he does not appear to have any weapons. And Mulek, he runs straight at you. And he is going to unleash Fists of Fury at you. And he, AC 20 with the first attack, and AC 10 with the second attack. I don't think the AC 10 is going to hit.
We don't see your rolls.
Oh, God bless it. Son of a biscuit eater.
Guess they don't count.
Okay, no. Yeah, okay, come on.
Yeah, the 20 hits, the 10 doesn't.
Yeah, okay, what? No, do not whisper rolls, you dumb piece of garbage. Okay, and then just to make sure that on this other one, I swear to God, these things are so dumb. I don't know why they make it so that the default for NPCs is whisper rolls. I guess that's just in case you're that kind of DM that you want to keep your players from knowing what you're doing. If I am going to kill my players, I want them to watch me do it. I want them to just weep in abject horror. Sacred. And then, of course, I closed the stupid character sheet. So that was dumb. All right, never whisper rules. Good. All right, and then we'll do this. Okay. All right, so yes, the 20 hits for 5 points of damage. So
it's actually none. So I threw up shield.
Oh, okay. All right. What for those people who are tuning in tonight that haven't tuned in before, what does Mulek's shield look like?
It's just
the first.
Yeah, it's a whitish bluish just shield, like energy that envelops around me.
Okay, because Mulek uses artificer magic, which is a little bit different. Is there anything that kind of any kind of arcane sigils that appear in
This
that
one's
when it happens, or anything that?
I'm only a one level. I'm only a 1 level artificer. This is actually part of my wizard spell.
Oh, okay. All right. He tapped his wristwatch. Okay. All right. So, and this guy, he hits and he's like, he just sort of looks at his fist and he looks at you and he kind of growls. Okay. And this next guy goes and he gets to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He runs up, and the closest person he can get to is, of course, Mulek. So he's going to attack Mulek as well. Unarmed strike. AC 9, AC 13. Those both miss. And then yet the third guy. Well, okay. Brock, you haven't moved yet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You are still standing on the ground next to the bear. So he's going to run up to you and he is going to attack you.
Rude.
So, ooh. AC 24. I think that's going to hit. And AC 15, I don't think that'll hit. So 13 points from his first punch. Bam! And really now, if you haven't, it's not your turn, so you haven't mechanically raged for the fight yet. So,
that's 13. Good job, Gally.
Yeah. All right. I had to make it count. That was the only time I was going to get to
with the punch.
Get to punch without having to deal with rage. Okay, Falliger. Well, these guys apparently don't like you all very much. They just come up and started hitting your party members. What are you going to do about that?
Well, so these guys look. What are they wearing?
They're wearing robes, and they are not carrying weapons. And then they have these crazy-looking masks on their face, and the masks are kind of evocative of something. And I'm gonna let you roll a. Well, you're a bard. So I would let you roll.
And a cleric.
I'd let you roll a nature check, maybe. Or
okay.
Yeah, nature. Nature is probably gonna be best.
Question, Gally. Do the monks have the same mask as the priests?
No, the priests actually, they have kind of a little helm that has like a little device on the top of it. The monks actually are wearing a mask. So the priests have a helm that covers their head. Yeah, there's something tickling your mind, Falliger, but you can't call it up with an 8.
Okay. Well, I turn over to the other side and I know what a priest looks like, so, or at least I hope I do. I'm gonna move over to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit him upside the head.
Okay. Oh, Warhammer. Okay, AC 10's not quite going to be good enough.
That's my turn.
All right. And then this last monk.
Actually, right before my
Okay,
turn,
go ahead.
I will give. Let's see. What does Brock? What kind of thing did Mulek give him that's ongoing?
It's
It's just an extra D8 on initiative.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna give Brock inspiration.
Bardic inspiration. Okay. At this level, is it a D6 or a D8?
Pretty sure it's just a D6, but I'll look.
Can you link it just so I can be aware? That's ability checks, saving throws, and attack. Right?
Yeah, one D6. So yeah, and the way I do it is, Brock, when you want to use it, you can roll the D6. So
that's on everything, right? Or is it just ability checks?
It's one roll. It's one roll.
Okay.
Within a limited period of time. One roll within the next 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I am going to put I want to put this little lightning bolt on Brock to show that he's inspired. He is inspired by our bard. Okay, so back to our monk here. A monkey boy is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's not leaving a threatened space, so there's no opportunity of attack to him. But he is going to get right there between Mulek and Brock, and he's going to try to punch Brock.
Ooh, Gally's learning.
And AC 9 and AC 20 for 4 points of damage. So I don't know if
I'm a 21.
Okay, so then he misses you. Okay. And let's see. I think that's his turn. So yes, that's his turn. And now the priest. Unless Brock, you had a reaction you wanted to do on his missed attack.
No reactions.
Okay, all right. So this priest. Oh, yes, he remembers. He remembers that he is a spellcaster. So he is going to look at those of you that he can see, and he is going to target Faerun, because Faerun is fighting his priestly buddy. And he is going to cast a spell at Faerun. So I'm going to use up one of those slots. And he is going to cast Slow. So, oh no, 6 creatures in a 40-foot cube within range. All right, he'll just get all of you then. He'll get all of you and your pets too. Not including Casper, because he doesn't really realize that Casper. Let me just make sure that with a 40-foot box, I can get all of you. Let's see.
Ooh.
So we're going to do 5,
Wisdom.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now, I think he gets to choose up to 6 creatures. So, yes, 6 creatures of your choice. So, Faerun, Thaldor, Mulek, Brock, Maverick, and oh no, wait a minute, hold on. He has to choose you. So let me see if he even knows that. What's his passive? Okay, forget that.
Doesn't know I'm there.
He doesn't even know that Thaldor is there, so he can't target Thaldor because he has to target him. That's why he can cast it in an area where his allies are. So Thaldor, you don't have to make a wisdom save, but everybody else make a wisdom save, and I will make one for the bear. And your oh gosh, dang it! Your spell save DC for this evening is going to be 13.
Jeez.
Ouch.
Okay, so Thalager is not affected. Thaldor is not affected. Brock is affected, so Brock is a little snail.
Kill that priest.
You have inspiration, Brock.
I don't. I just used it in the skills challenge.
Oh, you have bardic inspiration.
Oh wait.
So,
6.
So
save?
You might get lucky.
Add a D6 to your 11.
What's the save?
Only a 13.
Oh well, yeah, you got good odds.
Oh,
Wow.
Woo! Okay.
Holy buckets.
Hard 12.
Okay. Oh, and Mulek, you used your chronal shift, so you are not affected. So only Brock is a little snail.
Someone hit him.
Okay.
You have to.
And with that, that's basically all he can do. So we are going to advance. Mulek, hey, you're surrounded by enemies.
I am. Now I know casting spells with an enemy on range spells, it's disadvantage. If it doesn't require a roll to hit, I guess there would be no disadvantage in any kind of spells, right?
Yeah. What spell are you thinking of? Just
Well,
I'm
just any, right?
Well,
like
but
flaming,
there are some spells like say Thunder Wave that they emanate from you.
Right.
So that's why I was
like magic missile.
Yeah, it's only attack rolls. If it doesn't have an attack roll, you don't get the disadvantage.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because now a magic missile is an interesting.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to roll that. I meant to do this.
Okay. Now, there's no attack roll. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. It is not affected by that rule, so you can, if you did it, you could either apply all 3 missiles to the same target, or you could apply them to 3 different targets, and there's no effect because you're in point blank range.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. This was the guy that I saw. I guess I would have noticed this was the one that was casting.
Yes, this is the guy that twiddled his fingers.
Yes, so 3 missiles right to this guy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so go ahead and make your. I think you rolled 1, so go ahead and make 2 more. 4 and 2. So 5 and 4 is 9, and 2 is 11. Now,
2 separate rolls.
Well, they all hit simultaneously.
Wait, isn't magic missile 3?
Yes, there's 3, and he already rolled 1 up above the description. If you scroll up. So 5 and 4 is 9, 2 is 11. So let's deal the damage first, and then it's a single spell attack, so it's a single source of damage. So he has to make a single Constitution save. Has to be DC 10 or greater. So let's see. Can
really
you
good
make a
con break?
Constitution?
Really good stuff.
He fails.
Oh, first one.
So hey, guess what? You felt kind of slow there, Brock, but whoop. Okay, you're not slow anymore. Something happened. Okay. Oh, and you did use that bardic inspiration, so I'm gonna take that little thing off. All right. All right, Mulek, that was an attack. Do you want to move, or do you have a bonus action that you want to do?
I'm going to no bonus actions, but I'm going to have Casper. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see where everyone is right here. This is Brock, right? Right? Or no? Where's Brock? Oh, Brock's right here.
Brock is
Okay,
right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Casper come down and distract this guy, and then fly back
Okay,
out.
can you? Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah,
This guy. Okay. Yeah. It's easier because of the thing. It's easier if you ping the guy instead of moving
right here.
token.
So he flies
Okay.
down, distracts this guy, and then I have Maverick is gonna come over here, and he's gonna bite at this guy right here.
Okay. So this guy is distracted. Okay. So Maverick, go ahead and roll an attack roll for Maverick. Ooh, 23. That's gonna hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh shoot! I guess 2d6 plus 3. I guess I can't. It doesn't let me roll that. I guess I got to type that in. What is it?
Yeah, if you set it up on the character sheet and if you actually click on the attack, it should actually roll the attack and the damage depending on how you have it set up.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It didn't. Let me.
You have to look at that later, but yeah,
I'll
just
just
do
fiddle
that.
with it.
/R space 2d6 plus 3.
6
or whatever it is.
2d6 plus 3. Yeah.
Okay, 8 points of damage. All right. Well, he felt that. It's not going to bloody him, but he felt it. Okay. What is next? Okay, Brock. Hey, it's finally your turn. You've got 2 enemies. Now, if you jump up on the brown bear, one guy is going to get an opportunity attack on you, but the other guy won't because you still will be. The brown bear is still adjacent to him. So if you're on that brown bear, you will still be adjacent.
Again, I played Rangers with Beast Companion, so I know that works, but I don't know how it works when he's not my companion. So what I want to do is my shield's already in my hand. My sword, or I'm sorry, my battle axe is at my waist, so that's not drawn yet. 100%, I want to mount the bear. I want to grab the broken chain around his throat, I guess, and launch myself onto his back. That's 100%. So tell me what happens after that.
Okay. You have animal handling proficient, or do you have? Is animal handling one that is a proficient skill for you?
It is not, but it's not a terrible score.
What's your total bonus?
I got a 3 bonus.
A 3 bonus. Okay. Yeah, make me an animal handling check then to mount as opposed to.
Fuck, are you kidding me?
Okay.
My roll.
Okay, now make a dex check for me. This is not a hard dex check, but it's a dex check nonetheless. Because the bear was not. Okay. All right. You don't manage to get up, but you don't fall down. So, since you did not leave your square, there's no opportunity attack incoming to you. That's the good part.
So I want to whisper over my shoulder and to him. What's his name again? Remind me. My character would know, but I can't recall.
Did I give him a name? I don't remember if I gave him a name.
When I asked him, that's like the first thing I said in our conversation.
Okay, I probably did. Yeah.
We'll go with whatever you make up.
Let's see. Where do we have this? Last week. Bear's name is Bernardin. That's it.
Stand your ground. And then I'm gonna whip out with my free action. I'm gonna whip out my battle axe. Am I prone?
Okay. No, you're not prone. You're
right.
you made your dex check.
Do I have my action and bonus action? Or what did it take to try to mount him?
You already tried. You failed. That was your animal handling. That I was going to give it to you as a bonus action, so you can attack if you want to. Okay. Actually, no, I was going to do it as your move. So I was going to do it as your move. So you have your action. You have your action, so you can attack.
Bonus action. I'm gonna launch my rage.
Okay.
My action. I'm gonna hit the guy. I'm gonna hit the guy to the northeast, next to Mulek's left.
This guy. Okay. All right. Go ahead. 14. Hey, 14 is exactly what you need to hit him. So go ahead and roll some damage. $13 points of damage. Jeez. 13 points of damage. This guy is bloodied. In one hit, he has bloodied. All right. Anything? Oh, okay. So now the other priest is up. All right. This priest looks at Faerun in front of him, and he is going to think about one of his spells. And let me just take a look and see what this. Ooh. Each creature in a. Okay, so let me see what happens if I inscribe a circle. If I inscribe a circle, what can we do? Well, fiddle faddle. So we're going to hold down this. That's 10. That's 20. And now we get to move it to where he wants to center it. Oh, yes, he can center it right there. Okay. So, Brock and Faerun and the brown bear. If you please, go ahead and make me a Constitution save, DC 13, because the shatter spell goes off, and I will go ahead and put the description of it.
Did the slow effect go away, or is it still on the board?
Yeah. You made your save, so you weren't affected by the slow, and yes, the slow effect went away. Okay. And it was the other guy. It was the other guy that cast the slow effect, not this guy. So
okay, nice. All right, so Constitution save, got it.
Yeah,
Brock's gonna die tonight.
Oh my god! So, 14. It's thunder damage, Brock, which I think you can. Your rage protects you against that, so it's only half. So you take 7 instead of 14, even though you failed. Ken, it's 14 damage to you with that roll, unless you have a way of mitigating thunder. And then let's go to the brown bear.
I gotta make a con save.
Brown bear could die here, boys. Cross your fingers.
Oh crap! So 14 points to the brown bear. Okay, minus 14. Okay, he's actually not bloodied, but the bear now, he is pissed off.
Yeah, that's exactly where I want him.
He's a natural rager.
I got to make a concentration check,
Okay.
and that is that Constitution?
Yes,
Or
it's a
what?
Constitution save, and it was 14 damage, so it's the half of damage or 10, whichever is greater. So it would be a DC 10.
What's broken?
I get advantage.
Yep. Well, you made it with your first roll anyway. So.
Right. I didn't see it. Okay, so 14.
All right. Yeah. This shatter, it sounds like a church bell. Just went boom, wong, 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 wong. But oddly enough, it's like a church bell that was made of stone. So it has this really odd register, and it's like your bones all vibrate inside your skin, and it feels like your muscles are being ripped from your bones by that shattering noise, and it makes you feel so bad you want to hug yourself. Ooh. And then that's his turn. And Thaldor, you are up. What would you like to do?
Let's see. Ain't got much I can do. Wait, is Tyler's up all on that Black Earth Priest? I think I can hit him. Hold on.
Oh, you have clear line to this guy or to this guy. So you can hit either one of them.
Sneak attack on that Black Earth Priest right there. If I can,
Okay.
if I hit him.
Okay.
Okay.
Your roll 20 is being slow tonight.
Oh yeah, it is. And oh god, I'm
man.
20 to a 2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's going to miss. Everybody.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna hide behind the building now if they can't see me. Hold on, other people. Yeah, nope. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna hide behind this little building right here. And
yeah, little tent. So go ahead and move and then hide, and because the way that I always, and this is in every edition of D&D, the way I always play things like stealth and hiding, if you shoot a weapon, that gives away your position. So then if you want to hide, you have to go somewhere else to hide. You can't try to hide right back there in that same place, because otherwise everybody will know, oh, the shot came from there. Okay. All right.
I only have one attack.
Yeah. All right. So we're back to this Sacred Stone monk. Well, rinse and repeat. He was unable to hit like last time, but basically all he has are his fists. So AC 7, AC 16, miss and miss. Next up is this other monk. He got bitten by this big hyena. So he's going to turn and he's going to try to punch the hyena, and see if that makes a difference. So that's the thing we're looking at. AC 5 will miss. AC 18. Oh, that'll hit for 8 points of damage. All right. So Maverick just got punched in the nose by this guy. He probably doesn't like that very much. And then this third monk here. Okay. This Sacred Stone monk, he is going to attack Brock. And he's going to try to punch him.
Good luck.
14. Oh, hey, 22.
Oh.
He connects, but it's only 2 points of damage because you're raging. Yep. So, for all the good, that will do him. And Falliger, you are up. This guy in front of you. Oh man, your ears are still ringing, and everything hurts from that shatter spell.
I see. Well, I'm gonna slide in between these two guys, and then I'm gonna hit this guy in the face for casting on me.
Okay. All right.
Oof. Okay. One of them nights. I got it. That's my turn.
Okay. And then this last monk. He also saw that Brock was trying to get away. He didn't like that. So he's going to try to punch Brock. Miss and miss. All right. Black Earth Priest. All right, Black Earth Priest. What did you do? You used your slow spell last time. Well, now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when the Earth comes for you? All right. Yeah, okay. What his buddy did, that looked like it was a little more effective. So I should have moved that instead of getting rid of it. So we're going to make this thing here. Then we're going to position it for maximum effectiveness. Falliger is now not able to be in the area of effect. So, Brock and Brown Bear. DC 13 for for con saves, please, as another shatter is incoming. So
Con save?
Yep, con save DC 13. But this time it's only
Holy God, I passed something.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Can I roll for the bear?
Well, I have his character sheet, so he fails. And wait, what is? Oh yeah, so that does take him. He is now bloodied. The bear is.
Did the bear have a turn to do anything?
Well, you know what?
Since it's pissed, it's
so Brock, on your turn, tell me what the bear is going to do.
The last action.
You had tried to mount him, and then I think you said stand firm. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you can tell me on your turn, like he could stand in place and attack somebody if you wanted him to do that.
What kind of action does that take from me? Anything? Or is it just verbal, free action?
Well, it's a verbal free action because he is a creature, but he goes on your initiative.
Okay. So I just, like I said, I played a ranger before.
It's kind of like I'm treating it kind of like Maverick, where and Mulek, just double check that thing and make sure. Do you have to use one of your actions to make it do something, or is it supposed to
to do what?
Well,
if you tell that creature that gets summoned from the bag
It's
of
a-
tricks?
Yeah, it's either I use a bonus action to give it a command, or I can give it a general command that it will just do, and it won't take up my bonus action.
That's what I was getting at. Those
Okay, so yeah,
so-
that's the same economy we'll use, Brock. So
Okay.
if you want it to do something specific, tell it with a bonus action. Otherwise, if you say something general like defend yourself, then it will attack anything that attacks it. Otherwise, if you tell it stand firm, that's kind of specific. So it's just going to trust that you know what's going on, and it's going to stand there even though it's getting hit and getting pissed. So keep that in mind. All right. So that is that. Another stone-like bell echoes across the hillside. And Mulek, you are
All
up.
right. This guy is no longer distracted. But my Casper's going to go. Oh, I guess you didn't want me to move it. He's going to distract this guy now.
Okay. So we're going. Where did I put him? Okay. So this guy?
Yep.
Okay. And we will do that little. Boop. Okay.
And I'm going to pull out my dagger, and I'm going to use my hat of wizardry to strike out with a green flame blade attack.
Green flame?
On this guy.
Okay.
Ugh. Does a 13 hit?
13. No, it does not.
Dang it.
It's one off. Somebody got it dead on before, I think we said, with a 14.
All right. All right. With that failing, I am now going to.
If you haven't used a bonus action, you can tell Maverick to do something.
Well, Maverick's already going to do the same thing that I told him. He's just going to continue attacking this guy.
Okay. All right.
But I'm actually going to move and take a whole bunch of opportunity attacks against me.
5, 10. Oh gosh, you're going to take 4
20.
opportunity attacks. Okay.
25, 30.
Okay.
Yep.
So each of them gets 1 attack. AC 6 is going to miss. AC 13 is going to miss. AC 9 is going to miss. And AC 13 is going to... Wow. 2 of those would have been crits. Whew. You're lucky they didn't have advantage on those opportunity attacks. Okay.
And Maverick's going to just attack the same guy that I had commanded him to attack.
Okay, so if you have his character sheet, you can go ahead. Oh, that's a crit.
First crit. Yeah, baby.
Okay, so it's normally 2d6 plus 3, roll 4d6 plus 3.
4d6 plus
First dice is max, right?
Well, they are anyway. So 22 points of damage. Hey, how does Maverick kill this guy?
So Maverick has this feature called Rampage. So when the hyena reduces a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack on its turn, it can take a bonus action to move up to half its speed and make another bite attack. So he basically is just going to reach and grab this cultist by the neck and just pretty much grab the jugular and toss him over to the side.
Okay.
And then he's going to take his additional attack against this one right here.
Okay, so go ahead and make that attack. 15, that's going to hit. So go ahead and it's 2d6 plus 3 because it's not a crit. 8 points of damage. Okay. Yeah. This guy's kind of horrified. He just saw his buddy get his neck virtually bitten in half, and then this big thing just swung its head and flung his lifeless corpse 10 feet away. Thaldor, you saw that, and that looked like it hurt. and then he just jumps and chomps on this guy. All right, so this guy's hurt, and yeah, he's not enjoying life very much. All right, Brock. Hey, the at least one of the animals is here to fight. Let's see. What are you wanting to do?
I'm going to use my movement to grab that chain one more time across the bear's neck and try to swing myself up top.
Okay.
That animal handling, you said?
Yeah, animal handling.
Okay, come on.
All right, that's enough. All right, that'll do it. Now I'm gonna put you there, and I think I can do this. I'm going to try to grab these, and I'm going to try to group them. Now, I don't know if that.
Kelly, I think it's easier if you just move me off to the side. I'll just use the brown burst token, and then if I fall off or whatever, I'll take control from there. That might be easier.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll put you over here and then let you use the brown bears token. Okay. All right.
Okay. And then from there, I'm going to use my free action to draw my battle axe, spin around the bear, and I'm going to look right at this guy right next to us. I'm going to take a swing at this guy. And I'm going to whisper in the bear's ear right on the back of his head. Kill.
Okay. So you can make your attack. 13. Ooh, that's going to miss.
So bad.
And then you want the bear to make his attack.
As far as I'm concerned, I whispered kill. You're in full control of the bear, so you.
Okay, so we're gonna call that your bonus action that you're whispering kill. So he is going to use his action, which is actually a multi-attack. He gets to bite and claw. So with his bite, and then with his claw, 2 hits. For a total of
14?
7 and 14, 21 points of damage. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, does the bear get max damage too on a crit on the first?
It did on the first. That's the thing.
Yeah, he should. So yeah, that's
4.
Technically, it should be dice, but that's another talk.
So that's
so
gonna
14,
be
right?
Yeah, 14. Well, 14 and 14 is 28. So, Brock, the creature you're on just slew this guy in front of you. How did his bite and then his claws kill this guy?
As I mount the bear, I turn the bear towards the enemy. I swing my axe. I miss overhead. The enemy's looking overhead at the axe, whiffing above his head. Misses the maul and the claw that goes down below. Bites his heart out, his stomach out. It's bleeding out of him. And as that happens, I look at the next guy in line straight to the north, and I just point my battle axe at him and say, "You're next."
Okay. All right. Well, so now we're going to start calling this campaign Maverick and what the hell did I say?
Bernadette or something?
Paste that name.
Maverick and Maverick and Bernardin and their amazing friends. That's what this campaign is going to turn into.
What about Rusty?
Well, Rusty hasn't attacked anybody yet, so.
Oh my god! I hope that bear dies.
Okay, so, Black Earth Priest. Okay, this Black Earth Priest. Ooh, this is going to be a. Okay, this is a. Yeah, so what What do you have that you can do that's of any use at the moment? That's too big of a range. That doesn't really help in an attack. That's kind of a thing. Okay, so he's going to make an attack at actually he's going to make 2 attacks at Faerun. So he's going to attack with his weapon twice because there's not a whole lot else he can do. AC 16 and AC 6. The 16 may hit, but I know the 6. Nope, neither one of them hits. All right. So that is that. And Faerun. Okay, Faerun. The creatures mean business. And you now have this guy and this guy that both have an ally within 5 feet of them.
Nice. I'm gonna try to hit this guy again.
Okay.
Gods of dice bless me. That's much better.
Yeah.
23. Okay, so roll your damage and your sneak attack damage.
There you go.
Okay, total of 20 damage. All right. This guy wasn't concentrating on anything, but 20 damage is definitely going to hurt. He's not quite bloodied, but that crossbow took a bite out of him. So that was your action. Any bonus action or move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move just a little bit further on the other side of this dent and hide again.
Okay, all right.
Right now,
Sounds
that's
good.
all I can do right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, you made that attack count, that's for sure.
28.
Okay, good. This guy. Well, he's got this big hyena that just bit him, and he's going to attack. Okay, so now what is this effect that's on him? He's distracted, so he's got. What does that mean? Is he disadvantage on his attack rolls? Is that it?
No, it's advantage on someone else to attack.
Oh, advantage on someone else to attack him. Okay, all right. So he's just going to try to attack this hyena because the hyena is horrifying. 19, that'll hit, and 20, that'll hit. So 4 and 3, total of 7. He does not get the bonus damage because he didn't have advantage on that attack. So minus 7. All right. Maverick is still not bloodied. Then this guy. Okay, we're going to move him to the GM layer so that we know he's out of the fight. This guy, we're going to move him to the GM layer so we know that he's out of the fight. And then Faerun, you're up. Okay, the guy here just sprouted a crossbow bolt and went, ow!
Yeah. I'm going to try to hit this guy again.
Okay. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, that stone armor. It's going to take a little bit more than a 10 to hit that. Okay. Well, since Maverick ran away, and this big freaking hyena is right here, or not Maverick, since Mulek ran away and this big friggin' hyena is here, we might as well try to hit it. So, 7 will miss, 20, that'll hit for 5. Well, if they stay around long enough, they might actually take one of these guys down. This priest. Okay. This priest is going to attack Faerun. with weapons. AC 22, I think that'll hit.
Misses.
And AC 5 will miss. So total of 9 points of damage.
They both miss.
The second attack misses. Doesn't the first attack hit?
No.
A 22 doesn't hit?
Negative.
Okay, tell me why, because I'm showing your armor class is 18.
I have Shield of Faith active.
You haven't been
Shield.
rolling.
Yeah, you haven't been rolling.
Still,
Okay.
it still doesn't save you.
Huh?
22.
What do you mean?
Shield of Faith.
I have an armor class of 21.
Yeah, he hit you with
Okay.
the 22.
Yeah, you were the 22.
I get a plus.
No,
Wait.
no. No, you have an 18 according to your token.
No, it should be 21.
Okay. All right, let's go take a look at people's character sheets. See what the hell is going on here. You guys have to keep your tokens updated if you
I didn't know that we were supposed to put our
change. Well, okay, so
Do I need to manually change it too when I use a spell to modify it?
Doing that. Okay, so all right, so I see you've got this and you've got okay, so the 21, and then what does the Shield of Faith gives you a +2 bonus, so it's a 23 right now. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to show that you have this on you. Actually, for giggles and grins, because you put that up before the earthquake started going. Just make me one concentration check.
No, I put it on after the earthquake.
You put it on after. Okay.
Yeah.
For the DM, when you take an attack and you have a concentration spell active, you should point that out to me.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna say that for right now, 23. All right. Okay. All right. So there we go. And we are. So that was that. And then Mulek.
All right, Mulek's gonna. Let's see here. He is going to cast Flaming Sphere at level 3.
Ooh.
And he is going to. Let me make sure I can reach this guy. Range. 60 feet. Yeah. He's gonna fling it at this guy right here.
Okay.
And he needs to make a dex save.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And I'm going to put an item on the grid, and then you're going to tell me which square it goes in. Is it going in this square?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, now, what's your spell save? Oh, DC 16. Okay, so dexterity save for this guy. He's in heavy armor. All right. Wearing splint mail. Okay, so he just has a dex save of 16. Oh, that's gonna fail.
So he takes 11.
Takes 11 points of damage. Oh, hey, and guess what? That's enough to bloody him. All right.
Casper's going to continue distracting this guy.
Okay, so
this,
just leave
this
him
guy right here.
distracted. Okay.
And then Maverick's just gonna, since he had moved on to attack this guy the last round, he's just gonna continue attacking this guy.
Okay, so go ahead and make his attack. Oh, 23, that'll hit. 2d6 plus 3. 8. Okay, -8. And now he is bloodied. Okay. All right, so you've got a lot of bloodied enemies. All right, Brock. Okay, you are on the brown bear. What would you... Oh, you can make your move, which is, we decided is moving the token of the bear. So go ahead.
So the guy in front of me died, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's not on the map for you guys. He's on the GM layer.
And the brown bear's movement speed is 40 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me double check. 40 feet, yes.
Now, if I communicate him to do a certain action, he doesn't have to agree, right? So do I need, is it a check involved?
Well, now the main check you're going to have to do is if it's something that's obviously going to endanger him, like
I point my battle-axe to Falazur to our northwest-ish. I say we have to help.
Okay.
And what does he decide to do from there? I guess I don't want to control him. That's he's not my,
Okay, so you're going to use a if you use a bonus action, that's the economy of if you spend a bonus action, then he will go ahead and run up there.
I spend a bonus action and I say what I said. And
okay, so then he will run up here. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I know why. Because, okay, shit. I'm going to ungroup that. Okay. That grouping doesn't work the way I expect it to in Roll20. When I group things and I put them in a relationship to each other, I expect them to stay there, but it doesn't. It just means that when you select one, it selects all of them. That's kind of weird. All right. So he runs up there, and now you are going to attack with your weapon, I take it?
Well, as I whisper that and he starts his charge and I see his direction that he's traveling, I again put my mouth between his ears and whisper, kill. As he approaches, I lash out with my battle axe at first.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess so the movement was your bonus action. You ask him to kill. Okay, that's going to be your animal handling check. Well, no, because if you make an animal handling check, that is an action. Would you rather have him attack or would you rather attack?
I would rather attack, but
okay. So you go ahead because if you don't attack, you're gonna burn your rage. Oh, nice!
Finally, the first crit. Oh boy.
Okay, so go ahead and plus 16. 14 plus 16.
Look at the next roll.
You only get the one attack. So 14 and 16. Well, now, okay. D8 plus 4. Now, what's the extra plus 5 for?
All right. So I knew you were going to ask this. So D5 plus 4. That's my strength plus the 5. The first attack roll, the second attack roll is automatically crit because that's the rules that you put in place. The first roll is going to be rolled.
And your strength modifier, right?
And strength, strength.
Which is D8 plus 4. All I'm asking is where is that extra plus 5 coming from? Why do you have the plus 5 on there?
The D20. So we're looking at the 4 plus 1 plus 3, right?
Okay. No, the 16 is fine. Don't worry about that. Well, actually, the 16
When you look
should
at
only
attack
be a single 8. It should only be a single 8. And it's okay. You're adding too many dice here.
listen to me. The rolls that you put in place, the automatic crit. If you put that on the first roll, then the first roll you make it's always going to be an automatic crit. So you got to put it on the second roll. So when you crit, it takes but it's hard to explain. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Why do you think you have an extra +5 modifier? Just answer that
Are
question
you talking damage or attack?
on the damage. Why do you have an extra +5 modifier? I get the D8 and I get the +4. That's your weapon damage and your strength modifier. Why is there an extra +5 on top of that?
So we're looking at the +5, +4, +5.
Correct.
All right.
Why? Just answer that.
Okay, sheet real quick.
I think you've got an extra +5 that you shouldn't have in there, but I could be wrong.
I got magical battle axe and a shield. That might
Okay,
be.
but you don't have a +5 battle axe.
We got a +4 strength, so that's the +4.
Mm-hmm.
Let me toggle over. What are we looking at here again? +4, so that's +4. The +5.
Maybe it's supposed to be a +1 instead of a +5.
What about your rage damage?
It's rage damage. Plus, I have duelist from fighter, which gives me a +1 if I'm wielding a one-hand weapon and no other weapon in the other hand. So I'm 100% sure my rolls are accurate. I can't articulate where they're coming from, but if you look at it, it's it's +1 from dual wielding for attack damage. It's +2 for rage. It's I got a +1 battle axe, +1 sword, +4 strength. I mean that pretty much covers it, doesn't it?
Okay.
I've checked my rolls like 10 times. I know they're correct.
Okay, so
Did you say +1 for dual wielding?
No, the fighting I took.
fighting style is dueling.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're
dueling.
wielding, okay, hold on. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you get a +2 bonus to damage rolls. So that's
not
2 of the 5. That's 2 of the 5.
Yeah.
So now let's figure out where the other 3.
I got a +1 battle axe and rage +2, so that's 5.
And your rage is okay. Oh, and your resistance.
The upper one rage is +2.
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws using a melee weapon. You gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. Okay, all right, yep, okay. So that's where the +5 comes from. Now, the 16 should not be a 16.
The thing is, I'm also a half orc, so I get to roll an extra damage dice upon a crit.
An extra damage dice on a crit. Okay. So that's where that's coming from. All right.
I rolled
All right. So that is okay. You could you can explain it. That's good. Okay. So 16 and 14. That's 30. So you deal 30 damage to this guy. All right, and he is extremely bloodied, and you kind of slice through his armor, and some of his guts are hanging out. Okay, and then I think that was just a double click because of your mouse issue. So we're gonna ignore the 15 and 11. Okay, all right. See, that's all. Just be ready to explain when the DM asks why. Just be able to explain where it comes from. Okay. That's your attack. Yeah. Okay. So then, Black Earth Priest. This guy. Well, what's the deal on your thing? It's on your turn that the thing deals extra damage,
it's
right?
on the if a creature ends their turn within 5
Ends their
feet,
turn within
they
5
take.
feet.
Yep, they have to do a dex
Okay.
save.
All right. So then that works out. He knows exactly what he's going to do. He is going to cast a spell, and it is a bonus action spell. He is actually he's going to move before he casts the spell. So Fallager,
Which one?
Fallager,
that
the
one.
guy
Okay.
right to the south of you, in between you and the fireball.
Yeah.
You are going to go, and actually, Brock, I'm going to give you an opportunity attack against him as well, since the bear is adjacent to him. So, he is going to try to move. So,
Oh, you missed.
Oh,
9.
Oh, okay, he missed. And then,
But
what?
I'm going
Fallager,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can attack.
I cast inflict wounds on him because I'm tired of messing with him, and I missed. Fuck.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I can't hit shit. A whole hour
okay.
of doing nothing but missing. It's fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets over here.
Guys, you get that 15 damage on the reaction, right?
Your attack was a 9. Your attack was a 9.
No, that was his.
Out of 25.
Oh, that was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your attack was a 9. So he gets over here, and then he uses a bonus action, and he puts his track shoes on. As he casts Expeditious Retreat.
No.
And so now he had to use his bonus action, so he can't use the bonus action to dash this round. So that's it. Because that is an actual spell. Oh, wait a minute. That was a movement. That was an action. So now what is the range on this thing? 60 feet. Yeah. Okay. So he'll just Fallager, make a dex save, DC 13, if you will. Otherwise, you get hit by a little splash of acid.
Okay.
Oh man, golly.
All right.
Okay, not even that. Okay, so.
Do I even need to make a concentration check with 1 damage?
Oh, yeah, it's damage.
Okay. All right.
Constitution save. Oh, 10.
Look at these rolls.
Yeah. Well, hey, 10 is enough, so it stays up. But Mulek, the priest, is no longer next to your thing, and he is running. All right. Thaldor. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish this combat in this round. We'll call it a night.
Okay. Who's hurt the worst?
This guy is teetering. All 3 of them that are left are teetering. Now, this guy is probably the one that this guy is hurt worst of the 2 priests. You can finish this guy off, and this guy is trying to get the heck out of Dodge.
We're going to be able to hit the guy that's getting the heck out of Dodge. Brock will be able to get him. Yeah, I guess I'll go after this guy. So I'll move forward 1 and hit him because Fallager's within combat of him. Give me a sec. There we go.
That's a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage and your sneak attack damage.
There you go.
21.
See, when I do hit guys, I can hit big if I'm in sneak attack.
How does your crossbow bolt kill this guy?
Oh, I catch him when he opens his mouth, and I just shoot right in his mouth.
Okay. And whoop, he is now on the.
You just see the crossbow bolt go in his mouth, out the back of his, head, out of his throat.
Yeah, and he falls over heavily. All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'll just stay right there.
Okay, so he's going to try to punch ye olde hyena. Miss. Ooh, 20 will hit for 5 points of damage.
It's down to 20.
Oh, and now he's bloodied. Then Fallager, you are up. Okay. Yeah, this guy is 20 feet away, so you have the movement. You can get to him if you want to.
It's gonna raise my +1 magical warhammer up, and evil bastard, and we're gonna shoot him with the guiding bolt.
Okay. Oh, crit!
Crit on the guiding bolt, baby. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, you two guys, you redeemed yourselves with some crits at the end. So, Fallager, how does your guiding bolt kill this guy?
This guy, he gets hit in the back of the head, and this whole helmet and neck area just explodes.
Okay, horrible.
And he continues running for a few steps and then falls.
Yeah, he runs about 5 more feet and then he falls over. Okay.
Like he just goes like a glowing shower of blood.
All right. Yeah. All right. And this sacred stone monk, he is going to attack the hyena. All right. We'll attack the hyena. 17. I think that'll hit, and a 16. I think that'll hit.
Yep.
So 4 and 3, 7. Yes, -7 points of damage. Okay. Hyena is not liking life. Mulek, what would you like to do? You have 2 enemies left, and they both are attacking Maverick.
Yeah, so during my turn, Casper, again, is going to distract this guy.
Okay.
For Maverick. Maverick's going to take a bite at him.
Okay.
Ooh.
11. That's not. Yeah, even with advantage, 11 is not going to hit.
Good.
So now what is Mulek going to do?
So I will. I am going to. Well, let's go to one of my old ones. I've modified my my little revolver, and I pointed at a stone on the ground.
Okay.
And I am going to cast catapult on it, and I'm gonna. So basically, what I've done to my revolver is I point it to a boulder, a rock, and I pull the trigger, and then I move. I aim it at my target, and then release the trigger, and it'll shoot that boulder to.
Yeah. Now this goes in a straight line until it hits something, right? So
Yes.
Okay, so you're taking that into account. Okay, so
yeah, so it's this. Yeah, like it's just stone up in front of me, and it's gonna fly right up here.
Okay, so go ahead and make the attack roll. Oh, he has to make a DC 16 save. Okay, so he's got this guy in front of him. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
But his monk-like abilities, he does that sort of Matrix thing where he kind of bends back and the boulder just flies right over where he was standing.
Okay.
And it goes and it hits one of these tents over here or something.
And then my bonus action, I move the flaming.
Okay, you already. Oh, okay. No. Maverick's been doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, great.
For my bonus action, I move the flaming sphere 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's going to hit this guy, and it's just going to be staying like.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, okay, all right.
Well, down here. I don't want it to be next to Matt.
Oh, okay, down here.
It's gonna
Okay.
ram. It's gonna ram this guy, so he has to make a dex save.
He has to make a dex save, and what is it's a 16 again?
Yes, 16.
Holy God, golly, calm down.
Okay,
that was
so
an 8.
that's an 8. That's gonna
So it's gonna be. This is what the. Oh, what? Oh, 2 nat ones. Oh,
2. Okay. And he's like, ah!
all right, Brock,
And-
finish this off for us.
Okay, yep, Brock. Yeah, your bear is here. Now, the thing to keep in mind, you don't want to end your turn next to that, or else your bear is going to take damage.
Remind me what's the key to press to end a chain of running and then route? Is it control alt? What is it?
Is it? Oh God, I
Not.
used to know this. I used to know. Is it the
They
space?
changed it. They changed it.
It's not the
They
space,
changed
is
it.
it?
No,
No.
they changed it.
Oh God, what the
Other
hell
than
is
that,
it?
I don't have control of the bear token anyway.
Okay, so
I don't want to waste time on this.
roll
Maybe
20 show. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that later. I'm not going to waste that. Okay, so
what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go southeast,
5, 10,
yeah,
15.
and then flank around without taking options.
Okay, so that's 15,
Not
20,
that far, not
20.
that far, not that far. Yeah, that works
Going
right
to
there.
that guy?
Yeah.
15? Okay, yeah. Okay, so that uses up less than 40 feet of movement.
And then I'm gonna lean into the bear's head, the back of his head, between his ears, and whisper a kill as I swing back
Okay.
to the guy to the right.
Okay, so you're swinging at this guy. Okay.
Using my bonus action to give him a command.
Okay. All right. So
Is that
so you swing. So you want him to attack, or you're attacking?
I'm attacking and then I'm telling him to attack behind me? Is that using my action?
Okay. Ooh.
There we go.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage. Yeah.
Baby.
Okay. Minus 28. How do you want to kill this guy?
We swing around. He stutter steps as we try to correct our distance, and I swing my axe around, cleave his head off. His head flops to the side, and I point to the next guy to the left, and I whisper in
Okay.
his ears, "Kill."
Okay. All right. Since this is the last thing of the night, I'm going to go ahead and let him take the rest of his movement. And then you want him to make his attacks. So he will
I said he does what he does.
bite.
I also forget.
Okay. All right. So that will do it. All right. So minus 15.
Before we go,
And-
guys, what action did I use to command him? Because if I have extra actions, I'll use them.
Basically, it's a bonus action.
That's all I need.
Okay. All right. So that doesn't make any difference. So that we're just going to let that wink out. All right. Battlefield is cleared. I will resolve for you guys what happens with this big, massive fireball on top of the hill next week. And we will say what happens to that. Players, viewers, we have reached the end of our session. Thank you, everybody who's been on the stream, for hanging out and watching this evening. Hope you enjoyed our session. players, thank you for playing. And just to pull the curtain back a little bit, what you saw this evening with the attack at Scarlet Moon Hall, that was going to be your sort of transition into this particular storyline of this particular campaign. However, that was going to happen while you were still with the caravan of the Dragon Cult. And because you guys pulled a fast one and went a different way, I had set that whole thing up, and I had set up doing the skills challenge and it's like, okay, I want to still use that. Where am I going to use it? And I kind of had to wait and figure out a good time that I could bring that in and use it. So this is repurposing, and I realized when we got into the skills challenge that I probably could have changed up the objective a little bit, because the objective of getting people like the merchants and everything away from the attack makes sense when they are all defenseless merchants. When they are people that have some sort of combat ability, like some of those allies you met, it doesn't make quite as much sense. But we worked with it anyway, because I wanted the fight to be kind of a one-on-one thing with you against a group of the enemies anyway, and not have to deal with a bunch of other people in that fight. So we will talk about what you learn from this big fireball. We will talk about what you learned from the allies you had, and we will see where next week takes us. Next week, actually, we may not be here. A week from tonight is Christmas Eve. So, in a normal year, I would expect that all of you would have other plans on Christmas Eve. But let me just verify who is definitely out for Christmas Eve.
No, I am definitely out for Christmas Eve.
I'm out as well.
It's Christmas Eve and New Year's
Out as well.
same day, Thursday.
Okay, so that's three of us, or three of you guys that are definitely out. So we are not going to play next week. And my guess is we're probably not going to play on New Year's Eve. But in between now and New Year's Eve, I will go on the Discord and I will check with the players, see what their plans are, see who's around, see if people want to play. If they do, and everybody's available, we might have a session on New Year's Eve. But for right now, this is our last session before Christmas. So for those of you that celebrate, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays for everyone on the stream that does not celebrate. And I'll go ahead and say Happy New Year, just in case we don't play again until the new year. But we might be back on the 31st, and we might not be. Between now and, well, let's just say between now and the end of the year, anything going on, Doors of Fear, on your stream that you want to let people know about, or other players on other streams that you are affiliated with that you want people to know about?
I am probably right before Christmas, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, sometime this week coming up. I'm off all week. I'm off Monday through Friday. So I'll probably be doing a giveaway and of a game, probably Phasmophobia, and probably one of my merch T-shirts. So one of my channel T-shirts I'll give away. And I will hopefully, if I contact my buddy, we might be doing a charity stream before Christmas as well.
Okay, all right.
So I think I'm probably going to give to St. Jude's, and he might give to his local children's hospital. So whatever we would raise on the stream that night, I will donate that night to the hospital.
Okay, great, wonderful. And Michael is at twitch.tv/Doors of Fear, and he is on my auto host list. So, and he's one of those people right towards the top. So usually, if nobody else has gone live, if he goes live, auto host will pick up his stream. So you can catch that going on when I am not active. In between now and next week, there will be a game on Saturday night. And I think we may have at least one new player join that game this week. And then on Sunday afternoon, we have the Walker of Waterdeep game here. And then, of course, normally on Mondays, we have Monster Monday. Something came up this Monday, and I had to put it straight to YouTube. Did not do it live on the Twitch. So we will see you at least twice more before Christmas on this channel. Any parting words for the viewers from the players before I stop the stream?
Just be safe if you're traveling. I mean, take every precaution. And,
Yeah.
Yes. Safe travels. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a good one.
The best gift you can give is your love and attention to someone you care about. So, Merry Christmas.
Amen to that.
Love you too, Fallinger.
All right. Well, viewers, thank you so much for hanging out. We are going to say good night, and we will talk to you later.